Wales has been called the land of revival. And over the years, God has used our little nation to impact the world, maybe more than any other tiny nation through history. God has done incredible things. And yet, as you read the history books of the last 100 years, it feels like the land of revival is the land of revival no more. It seems that the advance of the gospel that Paul talks about has stopped. And yet, for all the desperation and the lack of hope in this land, there are wonderful signs that God is still at work and that the gospel is still advancing. For us in Grace, we have been privileged to see wonderful blessing over these last few years, seeing lives transformed, seeing hope shining in lives that were utterly broken. But we're believing for more, and we are trusting that God will do more. One of the bottlenecks for our church at the moment is our building. We are overflowing out of a very small building, and part of our path towards the future is to see that problem remedied. We've got a big vision to see God doing in our nation what He's done in the past, to see revival again, to see churches that are on fire for Jesus, to see across our nation communities transformed by the hope of Jesus. And we want to be a part of that. We don't want to be passive. And so I want to excite you to be part of the vision that God has for His church in Wales. We are having a Vision Fund launch day on the 5th of November. This is the moment where we just want to pause and recognize all that God has done and trust Him for the future. And I wonder if you would be a part of that. As we launch this fund for our future, and I hope for the future blessing of churches in Wales, will you commit? Will you stand shoulder to shoulder with God's people and say, we are in? I want to encourage you to give generously. At the moment, this is the interesting bit. We have no target. There's no land available, there's no building to purchase in our community. We currently can't extend. It's going to take a miracle of God to see this problem resolved. And I wonder if you would be a part of that miracle. We long to see Christ's church flourishing once again in this land. We long to see churches planted. And we believe this is a wonderful stepping stone towards that. And so if you'd like to give, you can come along on the 5th of November and give your pledges together as we hold a celebration service. If you'd like to give directly and digitally, there'll be a link below this video that will help you to do that. Either way, I pray that you would stand alongside us. Let's see Christ's church advance once again in this century.